to order of the Senate Committee on Retirement. Senator Harrell, would you lead us in a prayer?
Sure.
I'm sorry, did I catch you off guard?
I'm not used to praying on demand, but I will give it a try. We may take a moment of reflection to think about the people that we are here to serve today, and in the hopes that we will do what is very best for every citizen here in Georgia. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, Representative Crowe, we're going to go down the agenda. Representative Crowe, House Bill 472. Let's see, let me get your microphones on, and we'll turn it over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. This is, as the chairman stated, House Bill 472, working off LC number 432873S. This is a bill that I also had 2 years ago, and it started out, it was going to change the retirement for the Motor Carrier Compliance Division and Capitol Police Division members of the Department of Public Safety to match that of the Uniform Patrol Division, which is the Georgia State Patrol, with them being able to retire with full retirement at 55 years of age, and also have the same line of duty disability benefits. When we substituted the bill, the 55 year of age retirement portion came out, and now all the bill has is the line of duty disability benefit. So it will allow the members of the Motor Carrier Compliance Division and Capitol Police Division to have the same line of duty disability benefits as other state law enforcement members, GSP, DNR, GBI, and so forth. And that is essentially the bill. Okay. Be happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you. Does any member have any questions? And this passed unanimous out of the House.
Yes, sir.
And let's see. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So just to be clear, Representative, it's great to see you.
Yeah.
Representative Byrd did not vote no on this?
No, sir. I think she voted for my bill, I believe.
Oh, I think that's all there was to it then, I think. So, thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Has anyone signed up? We have some sign-up sheets out here. Let's see, Lewis, if you wouldn't mind retrieving those for me. Let's see if anybody's signed up to speak on the bills. Thank you. No one's signed up to speak on it. Is there anyone in the audience that wish to speak on it? Okay, well, I don't guess so. Thank you. It's the will of the committee.
Move to pass.
Have a move do pass and a second. All right, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carry.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got my agenda. Representative Carson, if you'll come up to the table, please, sir. You have someone that you wish to come up with you as you present?
No, sir, I was just, I had somebody bringing a copy of House Bill 481 with me. Would you like this?
We got a copy here if you'd like it.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, go right ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Pleasure to be with you again. This is basically our fiduciary duty bill. It's the exact same language as House Bill 266 carried by Vice Chairman Marty Harbin. That basically all it does is codify the fiduciary duty board rules as adopted by ERS and TRS by their governance and investment committees in September of 22 and adopted by their boards, ERS and TRS, in October of 22. So that's all we're doing is codifying the board rules in regard to fiduciary duty to act in the best interests of the plan participants. Exactly the same as Senate Bill 266 from last year, and happy to stand for questions.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good to see you, Representative. I'm going to ask you some questions that sound like I'm laying a trap in opposition, but I am actually friendly on this, and so I want to make that 100% clear.
Okay.
He's like, remains to be seen, but I want to talk about lines 37 through 40. Did you have was there heartburn in the House at all from anybody about the reference to non-pecuniary interests and social, political, or ideological interests?
There were some, not in committee. Let me just bifurcate my answer if I could. So in House Retirement Committee, we had a unanimous vote. In rules, I don't believe there was opposition, but there might have been. On the floor, there was some concern about line 40 in regard to social, political, ideological interests. To me, those are secondary at best to the plan participants. We're not going to get to a position where we're paying 3% COLAs to anybody if we put anything ahead of the plan participants and their financial interests.
So I was going to ask, and I think we're probably going to agree, but again, we'll wait until the end to see. So I'm a civil litigator. I do fiduciary duty cases for a living. Tried a case on breach of fiduciary duty in November. My understanding of fiduciary duty is it pretty much always is talking about money, first and foremost.
Yes.
It's saying if somebody's interest is in an investment capacity that they want to maximize returns,
Yes.
that your fiduciary duty, if you're their financial advisor or somebody who is in that close relation to them, is to maximize the financial aspect, the money aspect of what they're looking for, and not put anything else above that. That's your understanding, right?
That's exactly it.
So, I mean, I think it's fair to say then that by this language 37 through 40 saying that social, political, ideological interests shouldn't trump or supersede those financial interests, that's a pretty standard statement of fiduciary duties as we understand them under the law, correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. That's what I think is going on here, and I'm trying my best to be like an angry oppositional Democrat, and I just can't get there. I can't get to an amendment that I would want to mess with your bill with. So.
I'm hopeful that, well, thank you. I'm glad.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I might be a little unwell.
Okay.
But I wanted to confirm that with you because I think there is some heartburn over this by some members of the General Assembly, but my reading of it is that this is a pretty standard restatement of fiduciary duty language. So I just wanted to confirm that with you.
I'll say two things to that, Mr. Chairman, if I could. Number one, the gentleman from Sandy Springs, my neighbor, is absolutely correct. All this, we're making sure that there is a fiduciary duty to the members. And when you had mentioned money, I would also say money as in the financial interest and the responsibility that goes with that. And second, again, to the chair, if I may, all we're doing is codifying the existing board rules that have been in place for 18, 19 months.
Thank you for indulging me, Representative. I'm glad we got there. That was great.
Me too. Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? Have Mr. David Morgan has signed up to speak on the bill. If you'll tell us who you are and who you're with, please, sir.
Most definitely. Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is David Morgan. Thank you, Chairman Williams and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to offer a brief analysis on House Bill 481. As I said, my name is David Morgan. I serve as Government Affairs Associate for Reason Foundation. One of the things that makes 481 unique and effective is the fact that the bill avoids directing, limiting, or interfering with public pension trustees' core duty, which is to maximize returns and deliver constitutionally protected retirement benefits at a reasonable cost. HB 481 would prevent the politicization of Georgia's public pension fund investments by providing clear boundaries for public fiduciaries to ensure investment decisions are based on material factors. Public pension systems should invest to maximize returns so constitutionally protected retirement benefits are delivered at minimal cost to taxpayers and employees. Investments targeted towards political agendas should play no role in that process. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak today.
So you for it or against it?
I'm for it.
All right, thank you. That was good. That was good. Thank you. We enjoy our committee meetings. Thank you. Appreciate you coming forward and speaking to us. Thank you. Does anyone else have any questions for the witness or for the presenter? The desire of the committee.
Move to pass.
We have a motion to pass by Senator McLaurin.
Second.
And a second by Senator Harrell. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? So carry.
Thank you very
sir.
much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's see, my good friend Representative Bruce, if you'll come up and present your bill, please, sir.
Judge Taylor was with me.
Either chair. Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is a great bill, too.
Well,
Thank you, Chairman.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I'm here on House Bill 643. And basically all this bill is doing is equalizing the playing field for the judges in Fulton County. They have not had the opportunity to be able to participate in all of the pension plans that are available to them. And this basically allows them to do that. And Judge Taylor just wanted to say something about it if we could.
Yes, sir. And if you'll identify yourself, who you are, and
Yes, sir. My name is Wes Taylor. I serve as the Chief Judge for State Court of Fulton County. And I appreciate y'all taking the time here today. Just really quickly, there's a statute, 472350.9, and it prevents just Fulton County State Court judges from participating in any other retirement system. It was done back in 2000 when the state court judges moved over to the statewide pension plan, JRS. I believe the intention was to prevent us from participating in both a Fulton pension and a statewide pension. Made sense. The language, however, has prevented us from participating in a defined contribution plans that Fulton County has. And like a 401k, it's similar to that. And that's all we're trying to do. The language just provides that a state court judge may participate in the county's defined contribution plan. It only affects state court judges, which are 8 of us that it affects. It only affects Fulton County, and we've already gotten a certification that it is a non-fiscal bill. But because this is a general statute, it has to go through this process.
Through the process.
I understand. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Does anyone have any questions of the judge or of Representative Bruce? Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman. It's a defined contribution plan, not a defined benefit plan. So even though you're allowing it basically to anybody that was a judge on or after July 1 of 2004, they're not having to like buy credible service or, I mean, if it's like a 401k, it's just what they have put in. I assume the county may match some, but there won't be any, you're not accruing any benefits all the way back to 2004, correct?
Not that I know of, but it is, actually, I don't know how the county is going to address that after the bill passes, like how we'll be able to participate in the defined contribution plan. But for now, the intention is just to allow us to, like everybody else in the county, including Superior Court judges,
Start from
to do
this
the same
point
thing.
forward.
Yeah, going forward.
Further question, Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, and of course, I don't represent Fulton County. To some degree, what y'all want to do, I don't really, it's up to y'all, but did we have like any kind of resolution from the county commissioners, any kind of letter from the county commissioners, or did they vote on this, or is this something you all are just taking on yourself?
No, all of the county, and there's a representative from the county commission here. But everybody's just okay with this. I haven't had no one say that they had any issue with it.
And this is a Fulton County bill. I'm just here to talk on it because I know most about it. But actually, it was proposed by Fulton County Board of Commissioners.
So they did vote on it?
Yes, sir.
And did we get a copy of any kind of resolution, or
Do we have?
maybe the House got that?
Oh, it's part of the legislative agenda. I don't know if there's a.
Would it be possible to have the representative from the city council to come up and
This is
speak?
from the county commission.
Well, the county commission, I'm sorry. Yeah, if we could have her come up, and if you'd let her have your seat there for a moment, one of you, and to identify herself and information that she has to pertain to this. Would that help you?
Yes, and I don't guess we have any members on this committee that represent Fulton, do we? So are y'all, they may want to chime in, I don't know.
Okay. Well, ma'am, if you'll introduce yourself and who you represent and tell us what you know.
Yes,
Please.
good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, to the committee. My name is Fran Phillips Calhoun. I am the Intergovernmental Affairs Manager for Fulton County. This measure is a part of our the Board of Commissioners 2024 legislative agenda, so they did vote on this. We did not send a letter over. We are happy to send a record of the vote if that is helpful. This matter was done, of course, back in about 2004 when there was the opportunity to participate in 2 pension plans, and of course that was disallowed. Now they will be allowed to participate in the county's defined contribution plan. So at present, this county's state court judges are the only in the state who do not receive earnings on their full salary. And so that is our wish to, of course, equalize that, to provide that to them. Of course, our superior court judges and all other judges, they do receive earnings on 100% of their salary. This would be at about a cost of $60,000 per year to the county. There's no state cost.
Okay. Have any other, you're fine? Okay. Let's see, Senator McLaren.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At the Senator's invitation, I'll weigh in on behalf of the Fulton delegation. Good to see you, Ms. Calhoun, and thanks for being here, Chief. It's got to be true that we've got, if not one of the largest volumes of cases in the state court bench, the largest. I mean, Fulton County is we've talked about this in our delegation meetings, just crowing about ourselves, but it's the venue of choice for so many business litigants and litigants of really all types that, COVID hit us especially hard because of the volume, and it is so critical that at one of, in my opinion, preeminent judicial venue in the state, that we make sure that the judges are at least up to speed with what the rest of the state already has. And so I think, given the amount of work that Fulton does for the state in this capacity, I've always been a real cheerleader for what, the judges that are so overburdened. And we would respectfully request on behalf of the delegation that everybody support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? The desire of the committee.
So move.
Have a motion to pass by, by Senator Harbin.
Second.
Have a second by Senator McLaren. Any discussion, any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign? So carry. You can have your bill. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee.
Thank you. Let's see, Representative Leverett, if you'll come forward, please, sir. Time that just right for you. Let's see, you're having House Bill 825.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Is
House
that
Bill
committee
825.
substitute LC 560096S?
That's correct, yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, and thank you, Mr. Chairman, for placing the bill on today's agenda. This is essentially a local retirement bill, but apparently they now have to be filed as general bills to go into the code, and so that's what this bill does. We take 4723-106, which is a state statute governing retirement for judges and also for DAs, and we add a code section there that is intended to apply only and is drafted to apply only to Columbia County. And this would allow a local supplemental retirement for the district attorney in the Columbia Judicial Circuit. If you remember, a few years ago, we made Columbia County its own judicial circuit. So if you're interested in your Georgia trivia, apparently the one area in which a county seat is located in an unincorporated area, and the county governing authority has constructed one or more permanent satellite courthouses within the county. If someone asks you that question, it's Columbia County. So this would not involve any state funds. There should be a letter from the auditor indicating it would have zero impact on state funding. It's solely to be paid from local sources. The county desires to provide this to the district attorney. They've been following this very closely. And so we would just ask that you give a favorable recommendation to this so we can get it passed.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Senator McLaren.
Good to see you, Representative.
Good to see you
I'll
as well.
confess to you, this is one of the more confusing bills I've come across this year. I need your help clarifying some language on our sheet of bills here. It says non-fiscal with fiscal implications from original. Can you explain to me what that means?
I confess I do not know what that means.
Because, candidly, Representative, moving over to the Senate, I've had an identity crisis of my own, and I'm wondering if this is going to provide the language I need to understand myself. Non-house with house implications from original. And if nobody understands what it means, that's fine. I'm happy to support the bill. I just thought maybe you could provide some clarity.
I'm afraid I can't. I was assured it had no impact on state funds, and that was the finding of the auditor. And so I figured that would sort of be about all I had to say in retirement committee.
Understood. Thank you, Representative.
Maybe it means it doesn't impact state, but it does impact somebody's budget somewhere.
Any other questions? Well, we're a very questionable committee this afternoon, aren't we? Does anybody have a
I don't know that I would say it was a questionable committee. Questioning, perhaps.
questioning,
Inquiring, inquisitive.
inquisitive committee?
I'll move to pass.
You have a do pass from Senator McLaren. Do we have a second? Going once, going twice. Senator Steele makes a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? So carry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the committee. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. Any other business before this committee? If not, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you.